this next video, we're going to take a look at how Ulf handles the Hedgehog style or C5 English, symmetrical English type structures. And here, b6. After bishop g2, bishop b7, castles. Here we have the real branch. The main focus of this video is going to be on e6, which is played far more often. But the double fianchetto with g6 is played, and Ulf likes to handle it with b3, followed by bishop b2, and d4. Generally a very solid position. And if black does not take the opportunity here to capture on d4, we'll play d5 and shut the door on the bishop on b7. So takes, queen takes d4 is going to break symmetry. And here I like queen h4 a bit better than what Ulf plays. But this is a game between Ulf and Ivanchuk in 1990. Knight c3 was played, and as we can see, Ulf has no problems getting an equal position where he can press a little bit, but Ivanchuk was up to the task in holding this game, even though Ulf had a little bit of pressure. I would be comfortable here with white. But as I said, on this move, queen h4 is definitely something to consider. Now back to the main event. e6. Well, let's continue our development normally. And I should say that if you're a bit of a Sicilian player in your past, rook e1 followed by e4 could be considered. But I love these positions. I've been playing them for many years now, and I was inspired by Ulf's games. Move orders matter. You want to place pressure immediately here. Bishop g5. And the point is, if black plays this natural enough move, knight b7, we have knight b5, and already we could take rook a c1, hitting c7, and even knight c7 is a good place to start, as we're following a game from 2016 where it's quite forcing. And white has easy play here. Now, after bishop g5, by far the main move is a6. And again, they needed to play a6 to prevent the knight b5 line. Very important memory marker. He doesn't have knight bd7 though, so it gives us the opportunity to create a concrete imbalance. Bishop takes f6. G takes f6 is nothing to worry about. Queen f4. And here we often see castles. Pressure on the d-pawn. Knight e4. And white's able to get slow and steady pressure, which is exactly what you're looking for. And this is the Anderson plan, b4, and we're looking to play in that way. Now in the main game, after queen f4, bishop takes f3 was played. Black was in no mood to face the devastating Anderson in the simple position. And this is Portish in 1989 playing with black. The rook is hit, so rook a7. Pressure on d6. All of white's pieces are on excellent squares. Queen e3. Slow, steady. What can black do? I mean, the b6 pawn is hit. Hard to coordinate anything for black here. Torturous. You're hitting my c-pawn. Oh, knight a4. I make a threat and defend your threat. How are you going to defend the b-pawn? You're not. Mine, now it's a mop-up job. Oh, you got a pawn back. That's okay. So we have excellent square control, and it's hard for black to develop. G5. pressure against the weakness. There's one. A little bit of breathing room. Hopefully you enjoy Ulf just slowly making these micro threats. Big note in how to play these positions, and also prophylaxis. He's worried about d5, got his rook off the diagonal of the bishop. Finally makes the decision to go after this guy. Also placing the rook on a4 so we can mosey out of here. Where's the only safe square for the knight? Knight a8. Good calculation. And eases on out of here with the outside a pawn. Finally the knight's out. Here, knight takes e6. Should be noted that f takes is met by rook a7. So king f6. Absolutely beautiful play. And again, knight versus bishop. With the pawns on the same side of the board, it favors the knight. So let's see how white continued to press here. I believe this is a game where the notation runs out, more than likely due to time trouble. But we see white having no trouble, just continuing to improve the position and press. Isolate the king. And yeah, this is the end of the notation, but white went on to win the game. So, handling the English hedgehog, it's mostly about beating them to the punch with this early bishop g5. Knight bd7, knight b5. And if not, we're taking on f6, followed by queen f4, where we pressure the d-pawn. Don't give black time to set up the ideal hedgehog. Keep him on his back foot, just like you saw Anderson do in this game.